Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on out there, guys? Yo, what's up, what's up? I sees the Jason the Tiger Osborne. He's the only one in the comment section. The heck? What's going on, everybody? Let's get some FAs rolling into this chat. Definitely smash that lizardy like button, guys. Just like Jason was talking about. Smash it. Smash it good. Yo. What's going on, Crypto Badale? We got Ozzy Bogan Tech. What's up, Jason S? What's up? What's up, all you happy hashers out there? As you see, I'm flying solo today. Mikkel's got a birthday party of one of his kids, so I guess we'll excuse him this time. You know, I'm still here. No, just kidding. So now you get a little bit of the rogue action from me, which is sometimes a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. Depends on how you want to look at it, of course. And we'll start it off with T-Rex Miner. Released another update for the LHR cards. I've got to set up another motherboard because it seems like a lot of the miners don't like my LHR cards on with my AMD cards. It like just doesn't understand on how to connect to it, even though I tell it which cards to look at. It gets confused. What happened with last night's stream? So I went and grabbed something to drink real quick, came back, and between OBS and YouTube, somebody wasn't communicating no more. I haven't done anything with my PC. I haven't restarted my PC. It mines. If I'm not on a PC, this sucker is on and mining away. So, I mean, it's not like I changed anything from today and yesterday. I think it was a YouTube issue connectivity side. I don't know if it's, Chicagoland area. We've had some issues over the past few weeks with, especially with Comcast going down. So, yeah, I've had some issues here and there just in the last couple of weeks, but nothing huge. Last night was just one of those unfortunates that all of a sudden it started having an issue. Nothing I did differently from today. What's going on, Tech Man? It's like, howdy, homebrews. What's up? What's up? So, like I was saying, for me to really test out on some of these other miners with the LHR cards, I've got another CPU on its way to complete the other motherboard that I have. So I'll get that up and going, and then I'll be able to do an LHR specific rig and kind of go through and figure out how to optimize it and show you guys how to do some of that stuff too. Don't know why that, like, especially like T-Rex, I try to tell it to go, hey, look at these two GPUs only, and it's like, I'm sorry, sir, this doesn't compute. There's too many GPUs on here, and you're only telling us to look at two of them. We don't know how to do that. It's so stupid. Cleaning up garage from stripping Core 2 Duos. Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to set up another AMD motherboard, because they hash pretty good, I'm just saying. So yeah, I've ordered up a 3900X. Comes with the Wraith cooler. So I've actually had good luck with those, so I won't complain on that one. My 5900X that I've got with the AIO pump, now that bad boy runs just a little hot. So I'm going to be taking off the pump, making sure I had gotten a good mount, I'm suspecting I might not have gotten a good mount on it, maybe. It's the only thing I could think of. Otherwise, I've got to figure out if I can turn up the pump RPM, maybe circulate, get a little bit more circulation into it. But because I'm running it with Hive, I don't know. I hope the motherboard's got a way that I can directly control that, and then just manually set it and then launch Hive back up on it. We'll have to definitely check that one out, guys. But yeah, it's like sometimes mining on CPU can be a pain in the ass, just with trying to keep it cool, or just trying to get the rest of the rig to be pretty stable. Along with that, I could actually show you a little something here. So here is my my 6600 XT rig with my my 3070 LHR card and my 3080 Ti. As you see, I've got it running on NB Miner. It was the only one that would actually play nice with it being on a mixed rig, first off. And with NB Miner, a lot of people have been saying that they've been getting, like, Son of a Tech, he was only able to get his to hit about 89 mega hash, and you can see I bounced between 90 and 91 mega hash. They claim for a full unlock on this, but I don't really sit there and see this as being a full unlock. Because like to me with the 3080 Ti, a full unlock would either mean that I'm hitting 99 mega hash, or I'm like between 99 mega hashes and let's say 110. I mean, it's not a 3090, I get it, but it should pull some pretty crazy numbers still. And then you can sit there and see my CPU mining on Monero, and with an AIO, guys, it's at 7475C, and you can see what platform I'm using. It's the Asus Tough Gaming B550 with a Ryzen 9 5900X. And I would think that with an AIO pump, you would think an AIO pump should be a lot cooler. So either the pump speed needs to get put up a little bit higher to get temperatures back in line, or the fans that came with this, with the radiator itself, are not pushing enough airflow through the radiator to get that cooling effect. So there might be a few little quirks here and there with the AIO pump setup. It is the Cooler Master. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to pull the pump off of it and make sure I had good mounting pressure on this. If it did, then I'm going to go into BIOS and see if I can up the fan speed on there or pump speed on it, just to get some more flow going through it. If that still does not work, I'm going to take these fans off, because obviously they don't have enough static pressure then, and I'll put some fucking server fans on it. It'll be cool in a heartbeat. I'm just saying. So I mean, you can see some of the overclocks that I have on it, and I mean, these 6600s are running between 55 watts. They kind of bounce around just a little bit. 55 watts all the way up to about 70 watts. It is less than the RX 580s, but you're talking newer hardware, so you're getting a 5% power difference on there, if that, with 1.5 mega hash, 2 mega hash more. It's, at the end of the day, that's really not completely worth it, to be sitting there forking out $500+ for new hardware that is nominally outperforming old generation stuff. This is, to me, this is not a replacement of the RX 580 in any way, shape, or form. So I mean, are they a bad card? No, but for 550, I mean they'll make their money back, but it's like you're still paying a lot for such a small little uptick in performance. It's like I would like to finish out the rig. This way I've got a full rig of this. But at the same time, all the pricings on a lot of this stuff have astronomically gone up, guys. So, like, trying to get a couple of these cards that I've already previously gotten, yeah, they want like $800 for it. No, hard pass. At $800, a RX 6600 XT is not worth it for mining, nor is it worth it for gaming. You're talking something that is basically the same performance as an RX 580. And if you're getting it for gaming and you're like, oh yeah, I got to have the new stuff and I got a new graphics card, you're still playing in 1080p. You have not outperformed anything other than, oh my God, you've got AMD's first generation of ray tracing. Again, not a selling point to me. Does it allow you to do the I forget what the hell they called it, the memory share with the RAM? Not fucking worth it, really. Video RAM, the VRAM on the graphics card is a bazillion. I mean, I don't know how fast it really is, but it is like light years faster than RAM for your CPU. Why you would want to bog down your CPU in the process of utilizing a new graphics card? No, not worth it. Unless you got this like astronomical uptick, like if I use the my CPU RAM with the AMD graphics card, do I get to do 2K? No. So I mean, to me, it's not really fucking worth it. I'm still rocking out a 1080 Ti. That is still relevant hardware. Do I get to have the 8K with ray tracing on there? No. And that's like I got 1080p monitors. Why would I want to sit there and just make myself have to buy 3 new monitors? I probably wouldn't even go past 4K because 8K is bullshit. And like, I'm not spending $3,000 for 3 monitors. Fuck that. Lethargy's like, my new Xbox Series X is for gaming. Cards keep mining for now. Oh, that's too funny. Oop. Somebody decided to come by. I have no idea who it is. So, yeah, 1440p is worth it. Yeah, I mean, for a price point on a 1440p monitor is pretty decent on there. I mean, I've been looking at a few of them because, it's like I do have a 1080 Ti and a 3080 Ti now. And I thought about putting it into my PC, but, it's like you're talking about cable upgrades. You're talking about monitor upgrades. So, I mean, it's like, God, it's just a lot of money still. And instead of buying monitors and cables and all this other stuff that realistically I don't need, this stuff can keep mining. It can make more money. And then whenever the prices go down on, 1440p, which basically is 2K, so 2K monitors and the cabling for it come down in price, sure, I'll get on the bandwagon. But as of right now, that all just sounds like graphic card money. I'd rather just keep building. and Lethargy, I agree with you that the Xbox, or PlayStation, whatever, should be your exclusive gaming rig. I just don't like the subscription services that you almost have to have in order to do the online experience. Fuck that. If I'm going to buy a game, I'm paying the developer so I can go online. I already pay my internet, so yeah, why should I be paying for a monthly subscription? Doesn't matter if they are giving out a free game here and there. That's even worth it. It's like, how much storage do I have before I fucking run out of that crap? You'll have your PS5 and BF 2042. What the hell is that? BF 2042. Yeah, that's like my only thing that I'm not really cool about is that online monthly subscription garbage. No. No. Yeah, so it's like in that battle Dirk. As soon as you said game, I'm like, I was just gonna be like Battlefield. Oh, then you type it in. I should have put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, the Game Pass, because they're trying to like, oh, here's what makes it worth it. You get these couple of free games a month. See, it's not really a subscription service if you're getting free games, right? It's like, no, fuck that. That's $50 a month. What is it? $75 for the year now? Or is it up even higher? Because that was like the last time I paid for Xbox Live. It was like every bit of $75. And to me, yeah. But still, I mean, it's like I would rather sit there and take that money and either put it towards some more mining equipment, put that towards my electric bill, or just buy crypto, buy Bitcoin with it. God, that's just me. I'm not telling you what to do on that. I would be interested to see the new Xbox actually mining. I guess there's ways of doing it. That would be more interesting to me. I actually have not tried to do that on mine. I should probably see if I could do that. Free games aren't free if you don't pay and they don't play. Yeah. Pay to play, right? Yeah. It's like what happened to the good old days of I buy a game and then I can go online, play with my buddies, and if one of my buddies decided that they were a credit card warrior, because that was a thing, being a credit card warrior where you paid for all the cool little exclusive stuff that you can get in there, little microtransactions. Instead of these places, but that stuff wasn't going to Xbox. That was going towards the game developers for the microtransactions. Math, I'm not sure. Break it down into one. My brain doesn't want to do it. Yes, I know. I've actually done it on my phone here too, where I was mining on that. I mean, is it worth it? No. Is it a cool little project? Oh, fuck yeah. Would I recommend mining on an Xbox or a phone or a laptop? No. Between Linus Tech Tips and Gamers Nexus, they've cracked them open and showed that the new Xbox and the new PlayStation do not have adequate cooling. Yeah. But always work, always kind of fun if you're into just tinkering with stuff. To me, that aspect's kind of worth it. Like this is the Galaxy S10. This with all the cores mining and having cold winter air blowing on the backs. I took the case off. Cold winter air blowing on the backside of the battery. This thing was getting like, God, I think it was like I think it peaked out around 650 hash a second on Monero. Lethargy. I equate game packs to Netflix. 100 plus games to rent each month. It's lame that Xbox Live Game Pass are two different subscriptions, but they keep the cards mining now that I have it, so I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, okay. So I don't really watch TV. I haven't watched TV really, and since I got into Bitcoin. So it's pretty much I've been just doing research and learning. It's taken me down the road of how to run a business, economics, and the difference between Bitcoin and shitcoins, and what makes them shitcoins. So I mean, it's like I've really kind of dropped off on the whole gaming aspect too, because to me, it's like I could be sitting there and learning a new skill, how to do something. Jason, it's like, what is TV and where does one acquire it? Right? It's like there's so much information on YouTube that you could sit there and just do deep dives into good training videos, basically from YouTube, and go down that route and sit there and learn any flipping skill. I mean, YouTube's damn near put the colleges out of business, other than the fact that you get some special certificate. But as accordance to this title, have you guys updated your Bitcoin Core wallet, everybody? I hope you do. There is a new Bitcoin Core wallet released today, or was it yesterday? It might have been the other day. That has TapRoot ability of activation. So best to update your wallets if you've got the chance. This way you get TapRoot activation if you want to check that stuff out, guys. What's nice about TapRoot coming out is that it helps bring in the foundation for actually implementing, drumroll, wait for it, guys, smart contracts onto Bitcoin. I mean, granted, there's already been smart contracts done with Bitcoin, but it kind of gives you that, it's like the base for it to be implemented more mainstream. So it's kind of got that nice little feature with that. And once you activate, if you do choose to play around with the TapRoot, it'll allow you to have some privacy within sending and receiving transactions. I mean, it's still being done on the public ledger, so just because you don't dox yourself on one end or the other, your transaction's still recorded. That's where I'm like, I hate when guys sit there and go, oh, this will make it so much easier for the criminals. They're going to love this. It's like, you totally missed the point of what TapRoot is really giving you. It's just kind of giving you a little privacy for what's all in your wallet. I can now only allow you to see what you've transacted directly to me. the rest of my wallet. It's like right now, if you send me a transaction and I see your wallet, you just doxed yourself to me personally, and now I can go look on chain and see what you hold in total in your wallet. TapRoot helps hide that. It's something that the rest of the worlds don't need to know about. If they want to know that stuff, they've got to figure out what your other wallet addresses are. Not that all I have to do is get one wallet address and I could track your Bitcoin wallet everywhere. Yeah, lethargy. Criminals. Oh no. You know, it's like a lot of that stuff they were saying with the internet when it was coming out. I remember that whenever I was in junior high. People are like, only people who are using the internet are criminals and thugs and pimps. That's all that uses it. And, you know, it's like they've just rinsed and repeated with the same jargon with today's stuff going on now. It's kind of funny, but it's like they also don't want to admit that the fringe people, oh my God, drum roll, some of those people are criminals. Some of those people are also the most brilliant minds you've ever seen. Your biggest innovations are always done in the fringe. It was somebody that was getting annoyed with something not working properly, or the inefficiency that I had to take 8 steps to get where I needed to go. The fringe people are who kind of fix all that up. So, I mean, it's like to sit there and have some of these people, take, for example, Steve Hanke, who is an economist, and he's like, oh, all the criminals are going to love this TapRoot activation now. It's like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Seriously. Because you can look on chain and actually see what criminal activity is done, because again, it's a public ledger, you know, and you're seeing a huge drop off of criminal activity. It's now becoming less used for criminals to use Bitcoin, other than, you know, some other cryptos that are a little bit more private. But majority of the criminals use cash, because to this day, cash is still not tracked. That's some of the reason why I think they were trying to get rid of cash, is just for the trackability of it. They can control what's going on, kind of like China. So I'm not sure if we've hit the block. I didn't check before popping on to see if TapRoot is actually 100% activated right now. I kind of want to look that up real quick. Is Tap... Is it live, or is it not? What block is it supposed to be on? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's what block it was supposed to be on. Damn it. Is this it? Is this it? Oh, we've got 19 blocks left before TapRoot activation. So approximately 3 hours. Hey, what's up, Pocket? What's up, what's up? Bitcoin Jake, you're addicted to BTC XCP NFTs now. Trying to find the oldies but the goodies. Well, you rock, Pocket. You are awesome, you are awesome. Thank you. It's like, if you guys haven't done so, just like Pocket Change over here, smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Yo. So awesome. So we got 19 blocks left. So I would definitely, you know, after this stream, you know, download the Bitcoin Core wallet and update your stuff so that you're running the latest software, guys. Yo. And if you guys have any questions about the Core wallet, certainly whenever this stuff goes live finally, I'll be playing around with some of it. So if you guys got any questions or anything like that, certainly hit me up. There's a lot of cool little features in the Bitcoin wallet itself, and how you could actually pull out exactly which transaction, you know, which Bitcoin you're going to spend off. Like if somebody dusts the wallet, which I haven't seen people having any issues with that, knock on wood, thank God. But the Core wallet is actually a great thing to have if your wallet does get dusted. So yeah, when it's like, and if you guys haven't been around long enough to see what a dusted wallet is, so what a person will do is they will, like, a couple of Satoshis, just enough to be able to get it through the network and deposit into your wallet. And they see the coin go in. And what they're watching for is the transaction to come out, because as a transaction comes out, it also has to link back and be sent back in. So it sounds weird, but you're sitting there and sending out basically all your crypto, and then you're getting change back. Yeah, Bitcoin Jake, coin control features. Oh, gotta love that stuff. But they're gonna sit there and watch that the little bit of Satoshis that they dusted your wallet with move out and come back in, and that's what they want to track, because they need to see where your core of your wallet is. Once they have the core of the wallet, now they can sit there, if it's not an actual core QT wallet, and you know, it's like you have now a potential attack vector where they can try to steal your private keys, or if it's in your actual core wallet and you didn't encrypt it, because when you turn the core QT wallet on, it's not automatically encrypted, guys. So if you haven't put a password on your Bitcoin Core wallet, certainly do so, because as far as I know, unless you tell somebody your password to your Core wallet and you have it locked up, yeah, they're not gonna break it unless you put, like, you know, your password's password, you know, something stupid. Put a legitimate password on there. This is your bank account, guys. And this way, if somebody does dust it, you don't realize it, you make a transaction, and they go to try to steal your private keys. And this is why I also tell people to have a little USB device with a copy of the wallet.dat file that's in the Bitcoin Core wallet on there. So in case something ever happens, hard drive failure, somebody hacks your PC, steals your wallet.dat file, you can plug it back in real quick. You can put restore the wallet QT and move the fucking coin out of the wallet real quick, and this way they can't do anything, and then you're going to have to do stuff to get a new IP address, because, yeah, you're now a target. Otherwise, you got to sit there and make sure that your QT wallet never has anything in there. I mean, I'm at that point where I've got a Bitcoin Core wallet on this PC. Yes, it's connected with the internet, but the Core QT wallet that's in there has this much coin. This much. Because, yeah, I know that being on the internet, on YouTube, makes me a bit of a target. So to take that target off of me, I've got nothing on this PC except games. If somebody wants to mess with one of my games or erase stuff off of my computer, it's not going to go far. It's like there's games on here. From back whenever I was a big gamer. Now, not so much. I still game a little bit here and there, but nothing like I used to. But coin control features within the core wallet is going to be a nice feature. TapRoot's going to be an amazing upgrade. It'll be the first time Bitcoin wallets actually, or Bitcoin in general, has had an upgrade since what? SegWit? So that'd be 2017. It hasn't had an upgrade. Alright, I dig it. And it opens up the door for a lot of these other altcoins, what they're building over there. Like everybody's been sitting there and saying, you could do that on Bitcoin. You can do that on Bitcoin. Eventually, it's going to be able to be done on Bitcoin. And you're going to be able to do it with layer 2 technology, Lightning. And yeah, like the NFTs with Ethereum, like just trying to mint an NFT on there costing you $1,000 or whatever it is. Yeah, imagine doing that on Lightning Network. Yeah, for like pennies per byte. So yeah, get where the fees aren't so ridiculous, you know, because it's code done the right way. Yes, it's like a dinosaur and it moves kind of slow, but security is always in the bottom line. And that's one thing I like about, a couple of things I like about the whole Bitcoin wallet and the whole protocol, the whole ecosystem. It's decentralized, autonomous money. And it's something that people can't just take from you. So if any of you guys got any kind of questions, anything you'd like to see coming up here, anything that you guys are looking at that might not be on my radar, I mean, drop some comments in. Oh, I was actually pointing the wrong way. It needs to be over here. Drop comments in. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and pimp out altcoins, but Jason coming in with a big question. If the U.S. government started mining crypto, how long would it take for them to get out of debt? I don't know. I think they would have so many committees to try to figure out if they should mine in the first place that it would take them hundreds of years to get out of debt from that. Techman found a X1950 GPU today. Huh? X1950? I have no idea what that is. Oh. Okay. a ATI Radeon 1950 Pro 256 megabit GDDR3 Express 16 dual DVI HD TV video graphics cards. Oh wow, that's fucking old. Oh yeah, that is. Original release date was 06. GPU clock of 575 megahertz. Woo! Memory clock at 690 megahertz. Oh, that is hilarious. $66 watts. Does that thing have a 6-pin power on it too? Oh yeah, 6-pin power depending on which one you got. $36 shaders. Woo, that's killing it there. Oh my god. 2 DVI ports. Oh god, that is hilarious. I'm like looking at the specs right now. When did I get my? I wonder when the what was it, the GTX 50. Because I've got an old GTX 550 Ti, a full 1 gigabytes of VRAM on there. GDDR3. So this one was 2011 is whenever I think I got this one in 2012. I think it was like a year old. Because before that, I had a... Oh, God, I don't even remember what that old GPU that I had. The first one. Oh, God. That had to have been horrible. Never says it like a kid in a candy store when it comes to graphics cards, for sure. Yeah, that's hilarious that a 1950's got, what is that, 1/4 of a gigabyte of VRAM on there? It's too funny. Too funny. So if you guys got any comments or questions, now is definitely the time to ask. Considering I can't really show off any mining stuff because I need to separate the LHR cards off of that rig so that I can play with all the different miners and actually go, this one's good, you know. I don't know if NB Miner is the best one out there, but from what I've seen other people do, it seems like I get the best hash rate off of it. But Jason, we've known that one since day one. Whenever he started sitting there and talking making up his own language, or just the stupid shit he says. It's like everybody wanted to rip on Trump for him, like just tweeting out his thoughts. Well, now we got a president who says his thoughts, and they make no coherent sense. So yeah. Need any computers? Oh God. Not unless they're newer stuff that I could play around with. I've played around with a lot of the older stuff, and yeah, it's not fucking worth it. Hey, what's going on, Cryptology? What's up? What's up? Just remember E equals MC Biden. Yeah. Oh God. Oh yeah, and like nobody's like wanting to cover the whole little thing of his of where he was talking like he was back in the 60s or 50s or whatever, and talking what was it? He was talking about. It's like I really don't want to say it because of the fact that, but it's him who said it. He said the fucking Negro League. It's like, the fuck are you talking about? These are athletes over here. What? And nobody's sitting there like crucifying him over that. It's like, oh God. You know, it's like, I hate to get on the political bandwagon like that, but it's like they're fucking crucifying people for stuff that they said 10, 15, 20 years ago. Here we got a president that publicly said it, and mum's the word. Not a person said anything. Oh, I know Tech Man. That's why I made the reference of, it's like he mentally went back to like the 50s, 60s, 40s, whatever, and like between his brain and his mouth, there was a communication error. And Corn Pop was a bad dude. Oh, too funny. Too funny. Oh, yeah. It's... I don't even know what to say about the whole political game over there. Fucking clown world is all I could say. and it's like every time I see stupid shit go through the political regime, I go, another reason. Check that I'm in crypto. Oh, here's another reason. Check why I'm mining. Yeah, we have all the adults in office now, and the adults that they have in office now need a caregiver. they need to implement turd limits. It's like I don't get what the hell they're trying to do, and they're trying to like squeeze on the working people because they're the only ones that provide value. Proof of fucking work provides value. Imagine that. Us miners, proof of work, provide value. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, cryptology, for sure. Oh, you like that one? But it's like they're now wanting to sit there and try to squeeze the working class. to pay more because they've rigged the game so that them, the rich, who they say that they need to tax, themselves, yeah, that's not going to fucking happen. Exactly, Tech Man. Exactly. Government, proof of stake. The rest of us, proof of work. Government, no value. The people, the plebs, we provide value. Yeah, but cryptology, you know that it's a fucking target right now. They're gonna fucking want to put their grubby little hands into that shit. I'm just saying. Because they've already publicly stated that they will not look at Bitcoin as legal tender. Because if they look at it as legal tender, they cannot tax it as capital gains. Because if I were to buy another country, if I were to exchange for another country's currency and their value of their currency went up, by the time I converted it back, the only fee that I get is the conversion fee from fiat to fiat. They don't want to open up that Pandora's box on Bitcoin. Because if they admit that Bitcoin's legal tender, then fucking the US dollar is going to be held accountable for all the fucking money printing the next day. Fucking mark my words on that one. You can fucking record this one for history. If they make Bitcoin legal tender here in the United States, it will cause the fall of the dollar. It will hold accountable all the fucking money printing. But I think before they let that happen, they're going to do an all-out war on the entire crypto ecosphere. So, things like Ethereum might get put back onto the fucking chopping block that the SEC is going to look at it as a security. Even though they've made rulings that, we don't look at it as a security, blah, 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 blah. It still is a security. And one of the biggest things that they got an issue, that makes it not pass the Howey test, is that 70% pre-mine that went to the investors and the devs. That's what makes it a security. Right there. We're not even picking on the non-existent decentralization. It's not a fair distributed launch. Unlike Bitcoin. But anybody got any other comments or questions before I hop up out of here? Yeah, cryptology. Yeah, exactly. They're going to do an all-out war on the entire market. They are now getting slapped with a little bit of reality with Bitcoin trying to edge $70,000 a coin. That alone blows my mind. That they're like, oh shit, the genie's out of the box. We need to figure out how to put it back into the box. That's why that they approved the ETF, futures ETF, because of the fact that ETFs typically suppress prices. That's why when the first futures exchange opened up on Bitcoin, the price crashed. Who took credit for the Bitcoin price crashing? The federal chairman. It's like they are the fucking enemy. Traditional market people, legacy finance people coming into Bitcoin is not a good thing. They're not all like how Michael Saylor is, where he's betting against cash. You're going to have a lot of people that are just going to be like, well, if I push the price down from here, I can get Bitcoin for cheap, and then let it ride back up, sell it again, and push that price back down. That's what ETF futures do. That's what the futures market does. That's why they will not approve of a spot market. Spot market means that for every dollar goes into the fund, they have to actually take physical ownership of Bitcoin. They have to have the Bitcoin dollar for dollar on their balance sheets. Otherwise, it cannot be a spot ETF. That's why they are not approving any spot ETFs. You're not going to fucking see that, because they know that the spot ETF, if it gets approved, that it's going to negate the futures market, because you're going to have a buyer for every Bitcoin that goes into the fund, and it'll be limitless. Where the futures, there's only so much that they're approved of in each of the ETFs. They hold on to so much Bitcoin, and then they can sell so many certificates of ownership on it. So basically, I'm just going to throw a number out there. I could be wrong. I could be spot on. But for every one Bitcoin that futures ETF fund holds, they've got 3 buyers. Think about that. We called this the all-time high in Bitcoin back in the summer. I don't know what you remember. But yeah, it's like they underestimated even the futures market too. They didn't realize there was going to be people that are like, yeah, shut up and take my money. And it set a new record for an ETF fund pulling that kind of money into the market. Gold was like 4 days, something like that. Bitcoin did it in like 2-3 days, something like that. So I mean, it stomped out the expectations, and the futures ETF did not negatively impact Bitcoin the way that they thought it was going to. And they are definitely not going to approve a spot market anytime this year. Maybe not anytime next year. But at the same time, I don't care. If they're going to approve a spot ETF, you might as well teach those same people to fucking just take ownership of the Bitcoin themselves. A spot ETF is not fucking needed. And ETF futures is gambling. And cryptology is like, how's your hot rod going? My 74 Chevelle's doing amazing. I got to do a driver's seat repair. I got swivel buckets, so I hit a little lever and the whole seat turns sideways to like get you out of the car. The lock on it broke, so I got to figure out what broke on the lock. If it was just the gear finally stripped out over the years, and I got to put a little bit of weld onto it and reshape it. I'm cool with that. And then my 76 Nova, the engine decided to knock a rod out. Didn't blow it through the block, but it definitely dropped a rod. So it sucked. So I got to pull that motor back apart. So I got some work to do. Exactly, nerd. ETFs equal them making more Bitcoin that doesn't exist. Not quite that they're making Bitcoin that doesn't exist, but it's more or less the ETF is they're able to sell the Bitcoin to multiple people. It's the problem with the fucking gold market too. Same thing. They got a gold futures market. And it's just people speculating on what the closing price will be at a specific time. So you might have 3-4 people that bought in, and let's say that they've only got one Bitcoin in that ETF fund, and they let 3 or 4 people get in on it, and they all put in the 62,000, 63, whatever Bitcoin is at that particular moment, right? Now you got 3 or 4 people that own the same Bitcoin. But they don't own it because, as we all know, especially I know my man Nerd knows about this one being a fucking OG. Not your fucking keys, not your crypto, dude. So these people are gambling with somebody else's Bitcoin that is not theirs, never was theirs. And it almost, to me, it makes the futures market fucking irrelevant. Oh, you don't understand the futures, Gallo? So basically, at the beginning of the month, I'm going to buy into Bitcoin. And from the moment I buy into Bitcoin, I'm going to hope by the end of the month, or wherever my target is, that Bitcoin's price will go up. Now, if you're a stock investor, you're getting exposure to Bitcoin without ever having any physical ownership or touching it or needing to understand the technology. All you need to understand is, can you read a chart and can you guess if it's going up or down? So you're gambling on a futures market, because you're putting it into a roulette machine and going no whammy, no whammy. So by the time you get to your targeted exit point, you're going to look at it and be like, okay, am I up or down? If I'm up, I sell. If I'm down, I hold. That's basically what the futures market's really doing for you. If it takes a good run up, you can pull everything out of there. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And depending on what brokerage you're going through, the broker can take care of all the taxes behind it necessary, but he's going to take his cut in there. The ETF fund is going to take their cut. I mean, you're going to have a whole bunch of people with the hands in the bucket. But you don't have to have any ownership to it. So it's just a tool for a traditional finance stock trader to be able to just kind of speculate in the Bitcoin. And it also drives that narrative that Bitcoin's only for speculation. It's like, the fuck are you talking about? Yes, there's people that gamble on anything. You can go anywhere. People will bet $1 on anything, damn near. It's like, you could have somebody walking down the street. Somebody will take a bet. Oh, he's going to trip over here. Watch. And somebody will be like, I got you on the other side of that bet. We'll see here. Everybody always has, there's that point where people, it's like, not me, you are going to be, I'll gamble on anything. No. But out there in the wild, somebody's willing to gamble on anything. And for stock market people, futures are their gamble. Because you're speculating on what the future price is. And they've got futures on a lot of different things. Gold, silver, bonds, stuff like that. There's so much stuff that they've got futures on. And it's the casino gulag. You put your money in there and you lose. Not every time. Because like being at the casino, you don't remember every time you've lost, but you can remember every time you've won. So that little hit of dopamine over here where you won makes all of this stuff that you lost go away, because you're like, oh, look, that. Yes, more. It's almost like a drug addict going back into the stock market going, oh, I need to hit one more time. One more time. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. How? No. Cryptology. You're partially right. So, ETF is an exchange-traded fund. So, it's the exchange that holds on to this. So, an ETF futures means that they've got a little bit of collateral to back it. And then you're betting on what the future price will be. Where a spot ETF means that for every Bitcoin that they physically sell in the fund, like somebody goes in there and buys a full Bitcoin, and they've got another buyer behind them going, I want a whole Bitcoin also, they better have a full Bitcoin for each one of their prospective buyers. The fund still holds on to it. They don't have any They don't own the asset. They're just getting exposure to it on the spot market. But at least with a spot market, they have physical ownership. And with physical ownership, means that every dollar that goes in, Bitcoin's bought. And they don't want that to happen. So it's, you know, I wish they would have gotten the spot ETF going first, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, anything with the legacy finance system can go fuck itself. We don't need any of that stuff here. Those people want in on the market, they want exposure, make them buy it. You know, don't give them the little cop out. Well, I'm just gonna dip my toes in over here. It's not gonna hurt so bad. No. Go get a core QT wallet from Bitcoin.org. Download that shit. Sync the blockchain. Buy fucking Bitcoin. And speculate when you're gonna fucking sell. That's the same thing as a futures. But these people don't want to sit there and go down that route. Because if they buy the Bitcoin, then they have to be Bitcoiners. And not stock traders. The SEC is the they. The SEC is who approves or disapproves futures, spot markets, stocks in general. Like a company going public, you have to clear through the SEC. The SEC is like the gatekeepers to the legacy stock market. And they don't want the Bitcoin market to just inundate, because if it comes in and they have actual Bitcoin companies walking in into the legacy system, there's going to be a lot of companies that are going to get train wrecked, because you're going to be looking at these stock traders don't give a shit about these other companies. They're there to make money. So while they're sitting there making money, they're going to see a pure Bitcoin company come in. And they're going to watch that company just make sick profits. And I'm not talking that they're, Coinbase, fuck them. No. I'm talking a company that is transacting purely in Bitcoin for services or goods. You're going to watch the most efficient company come into the stock market, and that's going to be the fastest horse in the game, baby. And they're going to sit there and try to stop every fucking bit of that. They cannot let that in. They know it'll destroy them. And then as soon as you let some of these people dip their toes into it that direction, they're going to realize, wait a minute, I don't have to deal with the stock market over this. And then you walk out of the stock market starts having liquidity issues. That's why you have certain Federal Reserve people now starting to point at Bitcoin going, this is why. It's like, yeah, you're starting to feel it. It's gonna happen. You guys are done. Gallo, those boomers are like my dad. Okay, my dad is a fucking boomer. My dad went to Vietnam. Honorable man. Served for our country. He thinks that Bitcoin is nothing but a scam. He tells me on a regular basis, how are you doing with your Bitcoin? Oh, I'm doing great. Oh, you should sell. My buddies say that stuff's a scam. It's a Ponzi. And I'm like, no, the dollar's a Ponzi. It takes value today to pay for the value that it was extracted yesterday. That's a fucking Ponzi. Or you can look at it as multi-level marketing. The people at the bottom already fucking spent the money that the top need, or the top spent the money that the bottom needs to earn. That's either multi-level marketing or a Ponzi. Social Security is a direct Ponzi. It takes workers that are working today to pay for the workers that retired yesterday. Old comes in, new pays in. The fuck is that? That's a textbook Ponzi is Social Security. People are like, oh, aren't you going to take your Social Security when you get older too? And I'm like, no. Oh, you're a fool. And I'm like, I'm not going to force people that are working at that point in time to fucking give me their hard-earned money. Not fucking necessary. Let's teach people how to be financially independent. Teach them how to fucking save money that outpaces the inflation that they're causing. No. We need a whole country of debtors. There's fucking people, there's places that are popping around the country right now, around the world, that are looking at starting to look at America as a third world fucking country. Yeah, let that sink in. There are places around the world that are starting to look at the United States, the world reserve currency, as a third world fucking country. We pretty much are. It's like, yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Who cares? Stuff don't put food on your fucking table. There are so many people out there that are having issues putting food on their table because the fucking money's corrupted. Bitcoin fixes all of that. Elliot, so guess what happens when TapRoot activates? Would you like to know? Set in stone means that the issuer has no rights to add more coin to the system, nor does a party who takes over the system. Ironically, the addition of TapRoot, etc., leaves Bitcoin open to being forced to increase supply to over 21 million. No. And this is why I'll say no to that aspect. So, it takes consensus. Consensus is from three places: the devs, the miners, and all the node operators. And node operators are anybody who's utilizing a core QT wallet. If your wallet is open, you are an open node. So it takes, in order for Bitcoin network to run, you need one miner, one node, one wallet, one ASIC. Everybody has to signal in agreement, like they did with SegWit and like they did with TapRoot activation. It takes consensus. No one person can sit there and say, we need to put the block supply to, let's say, 42 million, right? It would still take consensus. There is no one government, no one person that can force that implementation onto the network. Just like fake Toshi, the fraud Craig Wright, sitting there saying that he's going to take Bitcoin to court and force the Satoshi wallet to be opened up for him. That will never happen any more than Bitcoin supply ever getting increased by anybody. Even though they don't know, with TapRoot, if you decide to activate TapRoot and you have your hidden transaction, it doesn't mean that you can make more Bitcoin. The network still has to verify it. And if the network cannot verify it, it is deemed not correct. Therefore, payment will be denied. That is just like sitting there saying that you can do a double spend. That's the equivalent of that one. Never going to happen. Correct. However, it will make transactions secret. Yep. And if I transact with cash, that's secret. Nobody knows how much cash is out there, but every transaction on Bitcoin, I don't care if you're using TapRoot, I don't care if you're using Lightning Network. I don't care if you're doing peer-to-peer. It's all going to be recorded on the public ledger. And because it's recorded on the public ledger, whether I can tell what your sending or receiving wallet is, there will be no extra Bitcoin ever produced. You cannot produce Bitcoin like that. Even if you were to try to forge a Bitcoin, it still has to be validated. It still goes through the miner's hands. Miners don't know who's transacting with who. They're just validating blocks. And if your transaction's in that block and it's validated, then you have a legitimate Bitcoin. You can't just code in 500 extra Bitcoin into your core wallet. Not going to happen. TechMan, to a point, serial numbers are tracked. Yeah, with traditional finance all day long. Shadow banks, fractional reserve lending, shadow banking, government transactions, all this, that, and the other. 100%. Nobody will ever know what the total supply of the US dollar is for those reasons. It is a huge scam, and it is what makes Bitcoin have such a profound effect on monetary policies, is that I can sit there and basically transact with you and then verify on the blockchain everything. Everybody who has a core wallet can verify every transaction going all the way to block number 1. You can't cheat the system. And the only way you would ever see an additional amount of blocks being or Bitcoin being added onto the system is if the system gets 51% attacked, which somebody has to control 51% or more of the network total hash rate. So that's the only way you can add Bitcoin onto it. That's almost like sitting there. I mean, the way that you're looking at it is almost like saying that Monero has an infinite supply, even though you can verify on chain how much Monero is in the system. You might not know wallets transacting with each other, but you know how many Monero is out there. Same thing with like Beam. It's like all your different privacy coins. This is just another way for them to just add in a little bit of privacy into there, some new functionality into Bitcoin to kind of allow them to add in future code into the going forward as they are going to start implementing smart contracts on the Bitcoin network. This will allow sidechain action on Bitcoin for make it a lot smoother. You'll have choices with what sidechains. That is actually wrong, Elliot. Nowhere in TapRoot says that they are going to increase supply. And in order for them to add that code in there to increase supply, you have to have consensus on that. Previous consensus does not go towards future implementations of code. Every single code on Bitcoin network ever all has to have 100% consensus. I have looked into it, my man. There is nothing in there that says we're increasing Bitcoin supply. They didn't need TapRoot to fucking put that in. They could have implemented that from day one. They could have implemented larger blocks. That's how Bcash came about, was that they thought that they needed to go to a bigger block size for Bitcoin. It did not have consensus. All that will do is fork Bitcoin. It'll be another altcoin if they increase Bitcoin supply. And what's that, Elliot? Keep it at me. Keep it coming. Take a question. Swing one out of the park for me. I love debunking shit. It's like I've gone through a lot of what TapRoot's bringing in. A lot of it. Technically, every BTC node will be in violation of N-chain IP when TapRoot is live. No. You're going to have to show me where you're reading this stuff. I would love to see your information of where you're getting this from. I'd be really interested in this. Because I've gone through what TapRoot's bringing in, and yeah, all it's going to do is it's going to force the older nodes that are running Bitcoin's original client, that if they want to transact, that they're going to have to upgrade. Not violation. So like Satoshi Nakamoto's wallet. We'll go ahead and pick on this one first. Easy target on this one, okay? His wallet has not been updated in years. Okay? It's running an old fucking client down there. It's not going to make Satoshi Nakamoto's Bitcoin disappear. It's not going to make it unspendable. All it's really going to do is if he's wanting to move it out of that wallet because he's so old on the software side that he needs to just update to the new stuff so he can move his coin out of the wallet. If you've got a wallet that you've made 4 years ago, TapRoot won't affect you in any way, shape, or form. Dude, I will put money down on this one. Oh my God. I will put money down on this. I'll be even nice about this. We'll do a gentleman's bet, buddy. $5. $5 in Bitcoin. Okay? That not only will the Craig Wright case not fucking happen, but nothing will move. Fucking Craig Wright is a fucking fraud, first off, dude. And if he sits there and thinks that attacking Bitcoin is good for the fucking ecosystem, all he's doing is he's making a mockery of himself and dragging the courts through this. He's going to pay the piper at the end. I don't care if it's in the Wall Street Journal. They can talk about anything. Courts do not let the media decide outcomes. The medias are not the judge, jury, and executioner. They're reporters. And they're going to tell the report any which way that gets readers. It's like YouTube clickbait. So I don't care if it's getting coverage or whatnot. I know Craig Wright's got all of this stuff going, but The simple fact is, if you have control of a wallet, you can sit there and sign the wallet. You should be able to move the coin. Proof of keys. There is no Bitcoin locksmith out there. Bitcoin's unhackable, not changeable, unbannable. Just like B-Trash, BSV garbage, all of that crap. They haven't been able to stop people from fucking getting their hands on any of it. Why? It's crypto. Bitcoin ushered in something that no government and no law enforcement can ever sit there and say, oh, you got to give him back his coin. And be like, well, if it's his coin, he needs to prove it. It's like getting alcohol. They don't have to sell you shit of any alcohol unless you got proof of ID. You got to be able to prove your age in order to buy alcohol in the United States. So, with that being said, you ain't going to get... Nobody is going to sit there and give Craig Wright anything. They didn't seize Ross Ulbricht's Bitcoin. He fucking gave it to him. Ross Ulbricht, as nice of a guy as he is, was a fucking moron. And I know people who were friends with him and told him he was stupid. That's why Ross Ulbricht does not try to tell people, hey, help me get out of here, fight for me. No. He know he fucked up. He knows it. He's gonna sit there and do a lot of time. He made the Silk Road. He might not have hired hitmen and sold drugs, but he put a platform out that allowed this. And then he made himself trackable. And then he had his passwords for everything written down that were findable. They didn't take his shit from him at all. He's like, here, sir, you can have it. So there is nothing in there that will allow anybody to move Bitcoin out of anyone's wallet without proof of keys. And this one, I will actually say with written in stone. Why? Because I talked to some of the Bitcoin core developers. This is not what's in there. If they put something like that in there, all crypto, don't even fucking worry about Bitcoin, all crypto will be dead the next day. So betting that Craig Wright could potentially, in the back of your head, think that he could fucking force the network to go back and unlock that wallet for him, one, it's delusional. Two, it will set in stone that crypto is done. There won't be a single project in the entire ecosystem that will survive a catastrophic blow like that one. You're talking about you're trying to say that the gold standard failed. That means it all failed. I'm a miner. I will not comply. You will never find my miners. I'm just saying. My Bitcoin miner? Come find it. It's going to be down like that. My anonymous Bitcoin core wallet that's running, yeah, it's not going to sit there and activate that either. Not going to happen. They will not be seizing any equipment. Mark my words. There isn't going to be a single person in government that will go, yeah, we need to shut down this mining facility. We don't want their taxes no more. It won't happen. I will put money down on it. You want to put a gentleman's bet down? I got $5 on it. I got 5 on it. BSV is a fork of Bitcoin. Yeah, and China's now looking to bring back Bitcoin mining. And guess what? They were also mining BSV, Bcash, and all the other variations. I'm sorry, but BSV is a fork. These are facts. And you can prove it on chain. Chief, I don't care if X, Y, and Z follow it this way. It's still not the original chain. Bitcoin is the original chain. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Tech man, let's put your miners in the upstairs. Biden can't climb. Oh God, yeah. Oh God, no. You can see when Bitcoin SV launched. You can see which block it launched off of. Just because you take the full history from the beginning of Bitcoin and implement it, but you can see when Bitcoin SV went like this. Bitcoin stayed here. Bitcoin SV went like this. Not the same chain. That's like sitting there and saying that Ethereum is the original chain, even though Ethereum Classic is the original chain. Ethereum Classic is the real Ethereum chain. But all the Ethereum developers left and went up over there, and they try to sell it as Ethereum is the original Ethereum, even though Ethereum Classic is the original Ethereum. You can see the moment that Ethereum forked. You can see the moment that Btrash and Bitcoin SV forked. BSV is not an old ass coin. It's like I was around when that fucking shit coin got fucking launched. I wasn't there for Bitcoin Cash, which was one of the first forks of Bitcoin, but it's still BSV is still a fork. You can see which block number that BSV forked from. So please, if you're going to sit there and put information out, make sure that you have all the info. Bitcoin is the original chain. Now, you can have beliefs that BSV it should be the king. I don't care if that's what your belief is. I'm cool with you having your belief. But outright saying that Bitcoin's the fork, that is an outright lie. Especially when a public ledger you can verify. If you haven't verified, I suggest you to do that. That's not when Bitcoin forked. That's when an altcoin fucking forked. Bitcoin's the original fucking chain. You can see when the forks happened. What coin was created. It wasn't Bitcoin. You had fucking Bitcoin Cash, BSV. Bitcoin Cash still has all the original fucking transactions of Bitcoin in it. Bitcoin Cash is not Bitcoin. And that came out before BSV, dude. I'm just saying. Btrash fucking beat Satoshi, Fake Toshi's fucking BSV bullshit. So it's like, yeah, I'll get up on that one. It's like, yes, I am a Bitcoin maximalist, yes. But I still try to keep myself in knowledge of all the altcoins, shit coins, scam coins, and fucking Ponzi scams. I fucking pay attention to a lot of stuff. I haven't been here from the very beginning, but I still do my history reports. NFTs are a patent? No. And they've actually proven that one in a court case already. Intellectual property is still owned by the creator of the NFT. All you got is like sitting there and saying that if you went to a store and got your favorite CD, I know I'm dating myself on that one, I know. You can go get a CD, an album, and that's like saying that you got fucking, you now own the music. They have to pay you if they use your music because you bought it. No. That's not how it works. It's like fucking buying a fucking baseball trading card. That's an NFT. It's not a patent. Martin, yes I do. And it doesn't matter. It will never pass in his favor. He is being a little monkey going, ooh, look at me, I can do stuff, look at me. And when nothing else happens and he fades into the abyss, then what? Because you're going to have miners like myself, right here, that are going to look the courts in the eyes and be like, right here, I do not consent, I do not comply. Bam. TapRoot does not get rid of, in any way, shape, or form, my ability to not vote for it. Consensus is consensus. It's built into the protocol. I would say always that BitConnect, that's always a scam. Always. I got the button. Gotcha on that one.
Shots fired!
I got better of a clue than you think, Elliot. Like I said, Elliot, you can hit me up in Discord. Show me this information that Bitcoin can actually implement code now without consensus. I will wait as long as it takes for you to find that information. Man, I mine Bitcoin to heat my house. Ooh, yeah. I'm sorry, there ain't nothing gonna save BSV any more than Bitcoin trash. That B trash shit. I'm sorry, shitcoins are shitcoins, dude. like you can sit there and tell when B-Trash was forked. You could see when BSV was forked. And at the same time that BSV came around, there was Bitcoin ABC and all this other shit that was fucking forking around the same time. And yeah. Only a few people cared, and the rest of the people moved on. They're irrelevant coins, and it's Craig Wright sitting here kind of trying to grasp at some little bit of fame to bring some awareness to his shitcoin. Sorry, but what country has adopted B-Trash? What country has adopted BSV? What country adopted Bitcoin ABC and all those other fucking forks that happened at the same fucking time as BSV? Oh, that's right. Bitcoin's legal tender. Oh, yeah. Don't be salty at truths on this one. Dude, you realize what SegWit did? Oh my god. SegWit just made the Bitcoin block more efficient. Where are you getting your information from? It still takes consensus. Gold is God's money. Bitcoin's the people's money. The reason why no government wants to peg their fiat to gold is it holds them accountable for all the printing that they do. Martin, 100%. I would want to talk to him if he won. If he could possibly win, I'd talk to him. I would do it. I'd give no fucks on it either. But I also wouldn't be in crypto anymore either, so. Like I said, if Craig Wright wins, crypto's dead the next day. There won't be it'll be a fucking crypto apocalypse. Thank you, Martin. I'll take that one with... I'll take that. I'm just the type of person, like, if you can show me facts, I don't want to hear, oh, this is how I interpreted it. I want to see written in writing how it's done. And, Elliot, if you got proof that backs up your claims, hop on the Discord. I'm Nemesis in Discord, and send me the links to where you're getting your information from. Like I said, I'll wait. I'll wait as long as it takes. Exactly, Martin. Exactly. I'm also on Twitter, Nemesis with the number 2. Gavin states in his disposition it was more likely than not he witnessed a legit signing of 9 blocks in the court papers. Awesome. 6 blocks left. So we got about 60 minutes before TapRoot activation, guys. Yo. Sell the news event. Telling you, it's TapRoot's gonna be it's not gonna mean what you think. Like I said, you don't have. It's like unless you got some information to be able to send me, please. I'm always willing to take in new knowledge, as long as you can find it written in stone of that it's there. No problem, Martin. Yep, Nemesis with the number 2. As you can see, like right up over here. That's my Twitter right here. But guys, with you BSV crowd, I don't hate you guys. Trust me. I do enjoy the debate though. But I'm all about, getting some real hard information, something that I can verify. Cryptology, I usually tell people this way. If you are in extreme belief of whatever your altcoin, shitcoin, scam coin, whatever it may be, and you believe that it's going to overtake that busy Bitcoin, please go all in. Do not diversify. Have the cojones to go all in. I've done that with my Bitcoin. All in. 100%. I don't hold any shit coins other than Dogecoin. Why? Because it didn't cost me anything to get it. I mined Litecoin, traded that for Bitcoin, and I kept the Dogecoin because it was like, oh, why not? It's not worth anything. And so I still have that one, but I'm not sitting here saying buy Dogecoin to Doge to $1. Fuck all that shit. No. I take what I mine on my GPUs and exchange that shit for either more mining hardware or some of that glorious busy Bitcoin. Because to me, that's all that matters. Well, if you mine it, you're like myself. I'm not going to sit there and send anything to a fellow miner that I'm not getting anything out of. This is not a hot date. I'm just saying. I could send it in Lightning. You're talking what? I could send $5 for less than a penny using Lightning. Just saying. Cereal marshmallows. Yes, I am doing ASIC mining. Yes, I have a couple of S9s running. And I also have a few old ass E3s still running. Yes, Chief Nepal. I can send 1,000 Satoshis to somebody. How much is 1,000 Satoshis? It ain't shit. I could send like 5 Satoshis to somebody. That ain't shit. So yeah, you need to get hip with the Lightning Network and how awesome Lightning Network really is. And how seamlessly a native it interacts with the Bitcoin main chain. And you can do instantaneous transactions faster and cheaper than you can with BSV. BSV doesn't have a layer 2 solution for their stuff in any way, shape, or form. Because there's not enough monetary incentive for any real development to happen on BSV. Lightning Network, a trusted third party? No. Not all Lightning networks are a third party entity. And that argument is almost like sitting there and saying that because a ASIC mined that transaction and validate it, you have to trust them. It's the same thing with whatever crypto that you like to use. All of them have to have a second layer in order to validate the transactions. So now you've got a layer 2 solution, and I say it like that as a layer 2 solution because it's built to run next to it, but not controlled by any one party. Yes, there are a few bigger companies out there that are developing on Lightning, and you can use their stuff. But people also use banks. Very centralized, very controlled. People don't want necessarily complicated ways of utilizing their money. They want easy, seamless transactions. And for like some of the Lightning networks that are out there, like the Green Wallet, yes, this is a big company, but it's like sitting there and saying that this Lightning, the Green Wallet, I can't trust it because I can't trust Ledger, Nano, the Ledger Nano, the Treasure, Keep Key, any of those hardware wallets you can't trust. You can't trust third-party wallet developers. That'll be Wasabi Wallet or whatever it may be. Whatever wallet you're using, you can't trust it. So I'll sit there and say that no, I run a Lightning node. I'm not running it through a company. I have my own software on it, and it runs and validates. I do not need to use somebody else's proprietary setup. Now, not everybody's going to be as technologically savvy as me, or maybe yourself. I don't know how you are with dealing with computers, but it allows you to sit there and set up a Lightning node of your own, and you do not need to, in any way, shape, or form, trust anybody. And then with Lightning, you can also choose the pathway. You could choose what Lightning nodes that you don't want to use. That's what's also kind of a nice little feature with that. But they've shown that you can send a penny through Lightning Network for fractions of a penny. So there's a lot of more development that can be done with Lightning nodes that will allow easier and seamless integrations for Bitcoin. But you are never going to negate the network effect of Bitcoin, nor are you going to get anybody in the network to reverse a transaction. It will never happen. Actually, no, it's not third party. That's second layer solutions. Third party would be as if I used another company to utilize a Lightning network. But because I can run it on a Raspberry Pi, a full Lightning node, I'm not dependent on anybody for my Lightning node in any way, shape, or form. It's right here. Nemesis 2. It's right here. This way you can even, in case you're not sure how to spell Nemesis, right there. Hit me up. Like I said, I'm down for any knowledge, but yeah, I'm not down on sitting there and saying that BSV or Bcash or Bitcoin ABC are the original Bitcoin. The original Bitcoin never forked. It went in a straight lining. So all these other coins forked out of it. Serial, awesome. Seen you around, especially in the Aeon tournaments. Yep. Yashnik's a good friend of ours. Cool beans. I've been swapping miners around lately and doing more ASICs. I check in now and then, subscribe, just not usually able to comment. Oh, you're all good, man. No problem, Serial. I've seen you comment here and there, Serial. Yeah, ASICs are just like sitting there and having dragsters, so you're just like sitting there building up horsepower for mining, and it's the most efficient way to make power. The absolute most efficient. So I've been on for a couple of hours. Thank God I didn't have a repeat of yesterday, which was YouTube decided to crap out with the connection to where I'm at for whatever reason. And all you BSV guys, thank you for the interaction, the back and forth. I'm always up for debate. It's like, and it's not like I'm sitting here and being an asshole about it or anything. I like facts, not opinions. And the Craig Wright shit, depending on what side of the fence you're on, until a court case comes down, it's all opinion. And two, even if a court case comes out, just like, how can I put it? Here's a good way to put it. If a company in China rips off somebody here in the United States, there is no international law that I can use to go after these people. I got scammed out of 60 graphics cards at the beginning of the year. There is no legal recourse for me in any way, shape, or form. So knowing that I've got no legal recourse on this, it does not matter if they forced every single miner in every single node operator in the United States to either turn it off or give Craig Wright the Bitcoin. You still can't enforce it on the rest of the world. No government is going to care that Craig Wright won here. Just like him winning, that he wrote the white paper in Britain, got pulled off the British site. Yeah, Craig Wright could have wrote the Bitcoin white paper. I'll fucking give it up to him for that. He could have. Do I have any proof that he did or didn't? No. Does he really have proof if he did or didn't? Not really. But he was around developing Bitcoin early on. So there should be traces of his involvement with Bitcoin early on. To sit there and say that he is Satoshi Nakamoto? No. There isn't one person on this planet that'll agree with that. That has looked at all the proof. So, especially when, wait for it, I got a couple of buddies of mine that they know who Satoshi Nakamoto was. Are they going to publicly state it? No. But they have confirmed that he's not living anymore. I can assure you that. So that kind of puts it into that camp of why would Craig Wright be such a liar? Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's copyrighted by the people who were actually contributing. I never said he didn't contribute code. I never said that he didn't contribute anything to Bitcoin. I'm just saying that BSV is not the original Bitcoin. That's a fork. And that forked after Bcash. So, doesn't matter how you want to look at it. BSV sits over here. Bitcoin Cash sits here. And you got Bitcoin. Logic. Bitcoin came first. Everything else forked away from it. And it showed what miners believed in this and what miners believed in that. It was not full consensus. If full consensus happened, all the miners would have came over there. And there would be no debate that BSV was the original chain. But because we had a split, BSV became the fork. And it's just like, what's his name for Bitcoin Cash? Roger Ver. He owns Bitcoin.com. He owns that. Does that mean that Bitcoin Cash is the original Bitcoin because he owns Bitcoin.com? No. It's all in the code. Bitcoin code is immutable. It's unstoppable. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing that any code of or any I will in a little bit. I'll look at it in a little bit. But it doesn't matter what any law of anybody. Law is not going to sit there and change Bitcoin in any way, shape, or form. That is like the most delusional thing anybody can ever fathom. Is that any crypto, if any crypto can sit there and reverse transactions in any way, shape, or form, it's dead. It doesn't matter if MasterCard funded Blockstream. It doesn't make any difference to me. PayPal uses Bitcoin too. Does it make any difference? No. Yeah, but MasterCard is not Bitcoin. And Blockstream is not Bitcoin. Blockstream is a company that helped design some software to run Lightning nodes. Even if Blockstream were to turn off right now, Lightning nodes would still be there. Yeah, for sure, cryptology. Yes, they are. They are a third party. I'll agree with that statement. Lightning node is not a third party. No problem, Elliot. You have a good night, my man. Thank you for the chat. 100%. Does anybody else got any other comments or questions before I get up out of here, guys? And I have a soundbite for everybody that will be disappointed when Craig Wright, fake Toshi, loses his court case.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
No big blockers or the original Bitcoin. It's another solution. Fake Toshi's coin is another solution. Oh God, I don't even remember what song that is. I labeled it on my thing as sad violin. Nur, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I'll butcher that. But Bitcoin wallets could be accessed through brute force quantum computers. I'm not familiar with Bitcoin wallets, unless you're talking about Bitcoin wallets. But quantum computers, as it stands right now, are a badass fucking calculator, guys. With the way that the mining industry evolves, you will find that... Yeah, no problem. That's what I kind of figured. So, if quantum computers, let's say in the future, right? Let's say they become a threat to any crypto network, because it won't be just Bitcoin that would actually target. That would target any proof of work, any encryption-based, any encrypted database would be at a risk. So that would be encrypted hard drives would have an issue. I mean, anything with encryption. So, yes, Bitcoin is liquid enough that if there was an issue with that, either the Bitcoin mining people would adopt that technology into the miners, and then you're looking at quantum computers being a zero-sum effect, other than adding more technology to Bitcoin's miners, making Bitcoin more secure and more robust, blah, 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 blah. So you're... And if there was a super way of them being able to just crack the Bitcoin coding, let's say somebody with quantum physics figured out how to just break encryption. I'm sorry, but we're going to have more issues than just crypto in general would be done. Because all encryption on it, done. PCs, any kind of encryption you got on your PC, done. You're basically looking at a China takeover of a proportion in which nobody has ever seen before. You're looking at top-down control. You would have an issue trying to fart while thinking about something bad about the government. You'll be arrested for thought crimes. Not for actually writing it down, not for acting upon it, for just thinking it. I mean, that'll be how bad it is if they figure out how to break all encryption. Because SHA-256, as it stands right now, is the most robust encryption ever. I believe, this is just me, I'm sure if there was enough of a subsequent threat from quantum computers or whatever technology in the future, I'm sure that they can ramp that up and just double the encryption on there. So you'd be what? 312? That'll be like 312-bit encryption? Yeah, good luck with that one. Exactly, John Germain. Quantum proof code would come. Well, it's either the code would become more robust against quantum computers, or you assimilate the technology into what you're doing and go, hey, that's security on a new level. Bring it. I'd be completely good with that. That would be, if they wanted to sit there and bring in quantum computers into my ASICs. Yeah, they got my consensus on that one. I will start fucking mining with quantum computers if that's what's necessary. But the technology is so new. They've got the capacity of just being a super fucking calculator. The build one is astronomical. To keep the fucker cool is out of this world on how they have to keep the chipsets fucking cool. The amount of power that's utilized, there's just too much inefficiencies. It's new technology. I'm not discrediting any of the quantum computers. I love it. Quantum computers are made by the government. SHA-1, 2, and 3 were made by the government. I'm just saying. The government will try to bring in the best and brightest minds to do a task. That's any company. Any company's going to want to do the best people for that company. Oh, that's John. That's because they're using centralized databases that are with shady fucking companies. I'm just saying. Oh, no. That's... So... I actually am not sure why they don't keep going up with the security level on that, but yeah, I actually don't. I'm not a coder to that level where I can actually answer a question like that. But if I had to take a guess, if there was a threat to the security of SHA-256, I do not see them not moving to, SHA-312 or, SHA, what would that be? 624, or, it's like so on and so forth. I think for right now, it's just overly complicated for what's necessary right now. If there was a viable threat, I'm sure they would do something. They would react to it, and they wouldn't hesitate. I wish I could give a better answer to that one, but I'm not a high-level coder to be able to answer what was the limitation of why they stopped at 256. Was 256 just that perfect little sweet spot? Because they used to be, Bitcoin was on SHA-3. They found an exploit for SHA-3. They switched over to the SHA-256. So I'm sure if it's necessary, they'll change it. I don't think there's really any hardware memory issues, because the Bitcoin Core wallet is already running with 500 gigabytes of memory, and you're only talking about 1 megabyte blocks for the transactions. So I'm not sure if they need to get a better compression on the block, because their Bitcoin's going to stay at 1 megabyte blocks. That is written in the original source code for Bitcoin. So, and that's what SegWit allowed, was that they redesigned how the 1 megabyte block was going to be arranged. So what SegWit did is it made it more efficient to fill the blocks up. I'm sure there's something to do with that they would have to figure out a way to be able to more efficiently fill up a 1 megabyte block, plus adding a compression onto it so that they've got more room for more bits to go into the 1 megabyte block. So, I mean, it's not a stupid question, but I wish I could answer it a little bit better. What's up, Serpent? What's going on? And yeah, even Satoshi himself figured that you can more effectively use the space when the technology gets implemented. So, down the line, they'll probably be able to fit 3-4 times the transactions into each block and have 5 times more security behind it. But, it's like this is the first time in real time we're actually watching the ground up building of a new monetary system that's free of fucking corruption. And the way that I look at all the Bitcoin direct forks, that is fucking corruption being forked out of Bitcoin. You can't change Bitcoin, but you can sure fork it. Doesn't mean that you're the original Bitcoin either. So does anybody else have any comments or questions or anything good like that before I sign up out of here, guys? Oh, and Nur, one other thing to add to that, to your question too, is That was something that Satoshi didn't want. He didn't want to make a bigger block because he didn't want to actually run out of hard drive space. Because he was looking at, okay, what if you expand this out for 300 years worth of transactions? 300 years worth of transactions. Bitcoin Cash, BSV, they're going to be in terabytes of hard drives just to fucking run the wallet. Oh, hells yeah. And we got 4 blocks left until TapRoot activation, guys. 4 blocks left, just saying. Just saying, guys. 4 blocks. And yes, guys, definitely drop the FAs in the chat. I want to see a sea of FAs, guys. Yo. Tech Man watched memes. It's going to get blown up. Nice. Oh, I see all the FAs come rolling on in. Yo, guys. To all you awesome motherfuckers, DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome. Yeah. And with that, guys, I hope you have a wonderful night. Safe rest of your weekend. And definitely smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff, guys. If you'd like to join the Discord, it is free. Links are down below. If you would like to help contribute to DCA Adventure, you can always hop into Patreon. Links are down below, guys. We got several different tiers. If you'd like to support me and Mikkel with our mining stuff, we have a mining stuff section right in there. And we have always got exclusive content at least once a month in there. We try to do as many updates as we possibly can. Especially in the mining space, the DCA your brand, and all that good stuff, guys. Talking about DCA your brand, check out DogeLord.com. Don't delay, buy today. And the soon up and coming DogeLord coffee. When that happens in December, guys, I hope you brew up a smooth cup of that DogeLord. And with that, guys, I'll definitely see you all on the next one. Yo, and stay savage.